promise love that will never fade. Just look
I've updated the storybook to include an elder mentor who uses their own life experiences to guide the diverse group of friends in understanding heart-brain coherence, all while maintaining the anime-inspired style for readers aged 13 and up. This version deepens the exploration of unity and social-emotional growth through a modernized, American vernacular lens of Plato's classic dialogue.
The Neon Symposium, Sinking the Soul. The sun dipped below the skyline of New Metro, painting the clouds in shades of electric violet and orange. On a rooftop garden cluttered with glowing hydrangeas and repurposed tech, Malik straightened the cushions. "Tonight's about to be legendary," he said, adjusting his oversized techwear jacket. His friend Sora was already there, sketching holographic graffiti into the air with a digital stylus. "You think everyone's actually going to show up to talk about deep stuff?" Sora asked, their eyes reflecting the neon glow. Malik grinned. "Trust me, we all need this reset. No clout chasing, just real talk." The heavy roof door creaked open, and Vex stepped out, her skateboard tucked under her arm. She looked restless, her spiked hair catching the wind. "Is this the soul session or whatever?" she asked, her voice tinged with a bit of edge. Malik waved her over. "Welcome to the circle, Vex. We're just waiting on the guest of honor." Vex sighed and dropped onto a beanbag. "Life's been a total glitch lately, Malik. I'm not sure a conversation is gonna fix my vibe, but I'm here." Finally, Elias arrived. He wasn't like the other elders in New Metro. He didn't wear a suit or talk down to anyone. He wore a simple woven poncho over a faded band tee, his graying hair tied back in a loose bun. "Peace, everyone," he said, his presence immediately calming the frantic energy of the rooftop. Malik stood up to greet him. "Thanks for coming, Elias. We wanted someone who's seen it all, to help us make sense of, well, everything." Elias smiled, his eyes crinkling. "I'm just a traveler, Malik, but I'm happy to share the map." As the stars began to peek through the city's light pollution, the group settled in. Malik started things off. "Okay, so the prompt is, what is the spark? Is love just a chemical reaction, or is it something that actually pulls the world together?" Sora looked up from their tablet. "I think it's like art," they mused. "It's that moment when you see something beautiful and you feel like you're finally part of the picture instead of just looking at it. It's a connection that transcends the individual." Vex scoffed, kicking a loose pebble. "That sounds nice, but honestly, everything feels disconnected to me. My brain says one thing, get ahead, be the best, but my chest just feels heavy, like there's a signal jammer between my head and my heart. If there's a spark, mine's got a short circuit." Elias watched her closely, his expression filled with empathy. "That jammer you're feeling, Vex? That's exactly what I struggled with when I was your age," he said softly. Elias leaned back, his gaze drifting to the horizon. "When I was 19, I lived in the old sector. I was all logic, all hustle. I thought my brain was the captain of the ship, and my heart was just a noisy passenger. I was successful, but I was miserable. I was desynced. I spent my days chasing what the world told me to want, while my heart was screaming a completely different language. I felt like a ghost in my own life because my head and my chest were fighting a war." "Then I learned about heart-brain coherence," Elias continued, bringing the group's focus back to the present. "Think of it like this. Your heart has its own brain, thousands of neurons that send more signals to your head than the other way around. When you're stressed or angry, the signal is jagged and chaotic. But when you feel appreciation or calm, the rhythm becomes smooth. It's like a perfectly mastered track. When your heart beats in a steady, coherent pattern, your brain unlocks. You think clearer. You feel the spark." Sora leaned in, fascinated. "So it's like syncing a controller to a console? If the heart is the master clock, the brain just follows the beat?" Elias nodded. "Exactly. Most people try to think their way into being happy, but you have to feel your way into being clear." He looked at Sora. "Try it. Close your eyes. Breathe slower than usual. Find a rhythm that feels like a slow, steady tide. Now, think of something you truly appreciate. Not something you should like, but something that makes your soul feel warm. The rooftop went silent as everyone tried it. Vex closed her eyes, her shoulders finally dropping from her ears. She breathed in for 5 seconds, then out for 5. She thought of the way the wind felt on her face when she caught a perfect line on her board. Slowly, the jammer in her chest seemed to clear. Malik watched her, noticing the change in the group's energy. The air felt lighter, the neon lights less harsh. They weren't just a bunch of individuals anymore. The vibe was finally in sync. This is the start of unity, Elias said as the group opened their eyes. When we are coherent within ourselves, we stop seeing others as obstacles or others. We see the spark in them because we finally found the rhythm in ourselves. That's the real symposium, not just talking about love, but becoming the frequency of it. Malik looked around at his friends, feeling a profound sense of gratitude. Bet, he whispered. Let's keep this signal going. As the night wound down, the group stayed on the roof, sharing stories and laughter that felt deeper than anything they'd experienced before. Sora and Vex sat at the edge, looking out at the city, no longer feeling like strangers in a strange land. They realized that while the world outside might be chaotic, they carried a tool for peace right inside their chests. The spark wasn't a mystery anymore. It was a rhythm they could choose to play every single day.
My rhythm, my march. Yeah. The world spins fast, a frantic sound, a noisy pulse that pounds the ground. It tells you how to move to beat, to trade your soul for what they see. It offers scripts and borrowed light, and dims a quiet flame inside.
But deep within, below the din, a different pulse has always been. A steady thrum, a true note, a compass in your very throat. It does not shout, it does not plead. It's just the wisdom that you need.
It's the wisdom to know your own rhythm, the courage to march to its sound. When the whole world beats a different drum, my 2 feet stay on my own ground. My rhythm, my march. My rhythm, my march.
Temperance ain't just saying no, it's knowing where you choose to go. It's turning down the borrowed beat to find your own two-moving feet.
It's power in a patient breath, a quiet voice that conquers death of spirit.
It's the gentle hand that helps your weary neighbor stand. Cause my rhythm grows strong when I hear your song.
And we make a new harmony rise. It's the wisdom to know your own rhythm, the courage to march to its sound. When the whole world beats a different drum, my 2 feet stay on my own ground. My rhythm, my march. My rhythm, my march. Some days the outside drum is loud, it wraps you in a shroud of doubt.
You stumble and you lose the tune beneath a cold and judging moon.
But then you feel it deep